Leo arrived in the town of Ash Creek on a Tuesday. The air still smelled like smoke. A big fire had swept through weeks before. It had taken the old library and the town square. Most of all, it had taken the smiles from people's faces. Leo's dad got a job fixing the power lines. So this was their new home. It was a town painted in shades of gray. The sky was gray with clouds. The ash on the ground was gray, and the people looked gray too. They walked with their heads down. They didn't look at each other. They moved like shadows in their own town, lost in a quiet sadness that hung in the air like the smoke. Leo was not a gray sort of boy. He had bright red hair that stuck up in every direction. He had eyes the color of a summer sky, and he had a heart that was full of sunshine, even when there was none to be seen. He watched the people of Ash Creek from his front porch. He saw Mrs. Gable next door. She used to have the most beautiful garden. Now it was just dirt and soot. He saw Mr. Henderson, who owned the bakery. The fire had taken half of it. He didn't bake his famous cinnamon rolls anymore. Leo felt a small ache in his chest. It was the kind of ache you get when you see something beautiful that has been broken. He decided that something had to be done. It was not a big, grand decision. It was a small, quiet one, made while he was eating a peanut butter sandwich. He thought about what his grandmother used to say. She said that a little bit of kindness is like a seed. You plant it, and you never know what might grow. Leo had a pocket full of seeds. They were not flower seeds. They were seeds of ideas. He finished his sandwich. He wiped his hands on his pants. He knew what he had to do first. It was a small plan, but it felt important. It felt like the first step on a long road back to the sun. So, Leo walked over to Mrs. Gable's yard. He didn't say much. He just started picking up the charred branches. He piled them up neatly by the curb. Mrs. Gable came outside. She watched him for a while. Her face was like a closed door. But then, a little crack of light appeared in her eyes. "What are you doing, child?" she asked. Her voice was rusty, like an old gate. Leo just smiled his sunny smile. "Making room for new things to grow," he said. He didn't know it then, but he had just planted his very first seed in the tired, gray soil of Ash Creek, and it was already starting to take root in the heart of his neighbor. The next day, Leo went to what was left of the bakery. Mr. Henderson was sweeping the floor. He swept the same spot over and over. He didn't seem to notice Leo standing there. Leo held something out in his hands. It was a drawing.